Hey guys, what's going on? Professor here, and today I'm coming at you with another LEGO Star Wars Top 10 video. Today we're going to be going over the top 10 sets from Episode 4, A New Hope. As always, if you do enjoy, don't forget to go down there and hit that like button. And if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into this one. Starting at number 10, we have set number 75173. This is the Luke's Landspeeder from 2017. Retailed for $20, came with 149 pieces. 4 minifigures you see there: Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, a Tusken Raider, and C-3PO. Towards the end of this list, I couldn't really find a ton of sets that I wanted to include, so I chose my favorite, Luke's Landspeeder. This one, just because it's very simple, comes with a decent number of minifigures, and I think that the design is very nice. There are quite a few stickers on here, which I don't have this set, but I feel like are probably a little annoying to try and put on those curved pieces and such. But like I said, nice minifigures. You get the updated Luke, updated Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then there also is some other minifigures, like you have the Tusken Raider included right there. But overall, a very basic set, not a ton going on here. Just decided to include this one to finish off the list. But that's why this one is higher at number 10. Moving on to number 9, we have set number 9495. This is the Gold Leader's Ywing Starfighter. This retailed for $50, came with 458 pieces, and came out in 2012. Comes with the 3 minifigures you see there, which is Princess Leia from the ceremony at the end of Episode 4. You get a Y-Wing pilot, and then the astromech there is R5F7. The real reason why this is so low on the list is the Y-Wing is just personally not one of my favorite ships. There's not a lot of color on it. It's just a lot of white and gray. There's a little bit of yellow, but for whatever reason, Y-Wings just don't really appeal to me. There's a lot of not a lot of color, and the middle area just looks kind of messy. Overall, in terms of a Y-Wing model, obviously this is my favorite from the Episode 4 type of models. So it's not that the Y-Wing itself is a bad model. This one is just personal preference, not my favorite type of ship, and that's why this one is at number 9. Moving on to number 8, we have set number 75221. This is the Imperial landing craft from 2018. This one retailed for $90, came with 663 pieces. A little bit of a high price there, but there are a lot of large pieces included in this one. Comes with the 5 minifigures you see there, being Obi-Wan Kenobi once again. You get an R2-D2, a Sand Trooper Captain, and then you also get the Imperial shuttle pilot right over there. This, in my opinion, is a very big improvement off the Imperial landing craft that was released, I believe, in 2008. There's a lot that they improved on here. The overall cockpit design, I think, looks a lot cleaner. There's some stud shooters there on the front. The interior is very nice. The only thing that I don't quite like about this is obviously a little overpriced, but then there are not a lot of minifigures. In terms of like Empire minifigures, I would much prefer to see some more Sand Troopers or Stormtroopers and just get rid of R2-D2. Even Obi-Wan Kenobi really doesn't fit in with this set. I wish they kind of would have either added some more Stormtroopers in here or just pitched those two and added and replaced them with some Stormtroopers, because you can get those two in other cheaper sets, so they're not exclusive to this set or anything. So really the main gripes I have with this set are the minifigures. Overall, I think the Imperial landing craft looks very nice overall, and has some great functionality, and that's why I put this one at number 8. Moving on to number 7, we have set number 75052. This is the Mos Eisley Cantina from 2014. Retailed for $70 with 615 pieces. For whatever reason on this picture, some of the minifigures are duplicated, but there are only, I believe it's 7 or 8 minifigures included. You get Greedo, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, another Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Sand Trooper there, and then you get the 3 Biff musicians, who are the people who play the music in the cantina. You also do get that nice dewback there, which is not technically considered a minifigure, but that is obviously also included. You get another Luke's Landspeeder, which I believe is very similar to the 2017 version. So, once again, I feel like LEGO just loves their Luke Landspeeders. They just throw as many as they can in here. I would have loved to see another addition to the Mos Eisley Cantina and just kind of get rid of the Luke's Landspeeder. But overall, I really love the way that the Mos Eisley Cantina is laid out. You have some nice separate areas. You have the little Greedo and Han Solo room. You have some space for the musicians to play. You have like the little bar area. This is definitely the most expansive Mos Eisley Cantina area that we've gotten. What really brings it down for me is the fact that it doesn't quite look that good on display, in my opinion. It's very segmented. Obviously, you have this land speeder, and then you kind of have this little playset area. So overall, it feels kind of disjointed. and not super connected, but overall the minifigures are great, and I really love the Cantina, and this is definitely the best set that has brought this particular scene to life for me, and that's why I put this one at number 7. Moving on to number 6, we have set number 75218. This is the XWing Starfighter from 2018. So retail for $80, came with 731 pieces. 4 minifigures included in this one are Biggs, his astromech R2-Q2, and then you also have Luke and R2-D2. Overall, this is definitely the most polished X-Wing that we've ever had released, except maybe like for a UCS or something. But very nice. You get 4 spring-loaded shooters, 1 on each wing. The wing functionality is very nice. You obviously have the area for one of the droids, and then just like a lot of these X-Wings, you have the little pieces you can see there in front of Biggs that you can replace to change it, whether you want it to be Biggs's X-Wing or Luke's X-Wing. That's something that I really like that they've always done. The cockpit is very nice. Overall, the coloration is real great. This is just a really solid X-Wing, and it also came with the updated Rebel pilot helmets for the minifigures that, for whatever reason, have been taken away, but those also look very nice. Overall, this is just a very solid set, and that's why I have this one at number 6. Very solid. Moving on to number 5, we have set number 8017. This is the 10th anniversary Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. This one came out in 2009 for the 10th anniversary. Retailed for $30, came with 251 pieces. Only minifigure there is Darth Vader, of course. And this is the only regular size, I guess you could say, version of Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. We've gotten this one and then the UCS version, so this is the only playset type of version. And I think LEGO did it very well. This is one of my, if not my favorite, TIE Fighter, just because of how unique it is. It's kind of a combination of a regular TIE Fighter and a sort of TIE Bomber. It kind of has the wings of a TIE Bomber and then the cockpit-ish area of a TIE Fighter. Really nice. The cockpit opens up. It's very spacious. I have this set myself, so I know that Darth Vader fits in there very nicely. There's also an area for his lightsaber to be held. There's like a little hook for it, so you don't have to lose his lightsaber or anything like that. Overall, very solid set. There's also some flick-fire missiles that you can fire out of each side. One of my favorite 10th anniversary sets. I think LEGO did a very good job with this one, and that's why I put it at number 5. Moving on to number 4, we set number 7965. This is the Millennium Falcon from 2011. Retailed for $140, came with 1,254 pieces. This one comes with Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Darth Vader. Overall, this is one of the more solid Millennium Falcon playsets, in my opinion. The cockpit, as always, on these playsets is a little tight. You can only fit one minifigure in there, unfortunately, but obviously you have the size limitations. The real reason that this one is kind of, not kind of low, it's at number 4, but is the fact that looking at the more updated Millennium Falcons, this one definitely looks a little rough. The segments of the paneling on the backside are very disjointed. The antenna dish, or satellite dish, I don't know what you call that, is very simple. There's not a lot of detail going on there. I do like the turret at the top, and I do believe that there is one on the bottom as well. There's also some functionality to allow the kind of ramp to drop down and allow the minifigures to act as though they're walking in. But yeah, overall, it does look very nice, especially for the time, but in my opinion hasn't aged quite as well compared to some of the newer Millennium Falcons, and that's why this one is at number 4. Moving on to number 3, we have set number 10144. This is the UCS, but kind of not technically UCS Sandcrawler. It retailed for $140, came out in 2005 with 1,669 pieces. This one came with a ton of minifigures, but most of them are droids. You get C-3PO, 3 Jawas, Owen Lars, R2-D2, and then you get a Gonk droid, R5-D4, which is the droid that Owen initially picks in the movie New Hope. You also get R1, I believe it's G4, I don't entirely know, and then an ASP droid and a Treadwell droid as well. So a ton of droids going in on this one. Talking about the actual model here, I do believe that the tread function works, but it is a little rough, obviously this being the first Sandcrawler that was released. And then overall the design is very nice in terms of the way it looks. It does look a little awkward with the coloration just because the way it was built. It's just kind of like a lot of brown, and then there's just some random orange bricks kind of sticking out, and then there's some tan, and then there's some gray. So it does look a little disjointed and awkward. Obviously you can see the ramp down there in the front. That is able to go up and down. You can put some stuff in there. There's also a little cockpit area up at the top. So overall, this is a very nice set. Obviously, it came with a ton of droids. It allows you to recreate that nice scene from early in A New Hope, and definitely a set that I wish I was able to pick up at the time. A really great Sandcrawler, probably one of the better ones, the most recent one that was released. Not looking too great, but yeah, very solid set, some great minifigures, and that's why this one is at number 3. Moving on to number 2, we have set number 75244. This is the Tantive IV, released last year, 2019. Retailed for $200 with 1,768 pieces. Some great minifigures included in this one. The first ever Bail Organa. Got a C-3PO, Captain Antilles, Princess Leia, R2-D2, and then you also get a revamped Rebel Trooper over there on the left side. Overall, I really love this Tantive IV. Definitely my favorites of the ones that have been released. The only thing that I don't like about it is, for whatever reason, I feel like it is very elongated. I feel like they could have squished this down a little bit and added some more detailing somewhere else. But that cockpit area up in the front, you're able to open that up, put some minifigures in there. The whole engine area looks very nice. There's a ton of detail back there. I love what they did. And the middle area with all the weaponry and such. There is a lot of detail all over this thing, and I really love it. There is also a handle for this, which really makes this set stand out. That's very nice that they added that. You're allowed to lift it up by that and kind of swing it around, or just transport it without having to worry about it like just ripping apart in the middle there. That was very nice that they included that. But yeah, overall, a great selection of great selection of minifigures. Tantive IV, an iconic ship from A New Hope. That opening, just a really great recreation of this one. The first one we'd had in a long time, and so that's why I put this one at number 2. But moving on to number 1, the top set from Episode 4, in my opinion, is set number 6211. This is the Imperial Star Destroyer from 2006. Retail for $100, came with 1,367 pieces. This one came with quite a few minifigures, that being Darth Vader. You get Grand Moff Tarkin, an Imperial officer, astromech droid R2-D5. You get 2 stormtroopers, 2 Royal Imperial guards, and then you also do get a mouse droid that's included in this one. Overall, this is definitely my favorite Imperial Star Destroyer. The cockpit, or the bridge area up top, you can see a couple minifigures peeking out there, is somewhat small. You're only able to fit a couple guys in there. But overall, the detailing on this is very nice. You have the weaponry on the side. You have that escape pod you can see right down there at the bottom. Really great. The middle area, I believe, does open up, and there is a small kind of interior. Not a ton going on, but obviously very limited space to work with this. But this is just, once again, just like the Tantive IV, super iconic ship, and one that was recreated extremely well by LEGO. There isn't a ton to say. They picked a great minifigure selection for a great model, and that's why this one is at number 1. But guys, as always, if you did enjoy, don't forget to go down there and hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.